What's up, YouTube? Welcome back to Running with MB. I'm MB, and it is day 18 of Runmas. Sorry, had to get the bloom out. So we built the armor that is strength training. So today we're gonna talk about the fine-tuning the way we move. Let's talk about cadence. So what is cadence? Cadence is simply to rate the number of steps you take per minute. So when you're running, think about the number of steps that you take per minute of that run. Like there's a whole formula for it. I may throw it on the screen like right here. Simply your watches, most watches calculate it. So I believe it's on Apple Watch. I have a Garmin, so I know it's on Garmin. I know Coros have it. Uh it's one of those data elements that I highly suggest that you get into like while you in your running journey. I know for beginners, this series is pretty much targeted at beginners, but it's always a good habit actually know like even if you're not looking deeply into that data, just acknowledging that it's there. Why should we care about cadence? Because cadence is directly tied to injury prevention. A low cadence often means you're overstriding. So you landing with like your other foot too far in front of your body. So it sends shockwaves through your shins and your knees. On the opposite end of the spectrum, higher cadence often means you have shorter strides. You landing your foot closer to your center of gravity. It reduces that braking force that makes your running feel smoother and lighter. I think, cause back then I used to have probably an overstride, especially since like I ran like mid longer distance when I was in high school and I did track. And I used to, it's more of a sprint, so I used to overstride. Not overstride, but I used to like, you know how you run and you're like, yeah. So when I started doing more of this like distant like 5K plus, that's when like I try to keep that same stride, but I was exerting way much more energy doing that, especially going at a slower trying to how can I put it? Trying to like sustain a certain pace for a longer distance. You might have heard that magical 180 SPM, SPM meaning steps per minute. So elite runners, they often hit this, but everyone's body's different. There's no one size fits all. Height, leg length, all that plays into a role of this. Instead of aiming for like 180, try to increase your current cadence by let's say 5-10%. Actually, I'm gonna just look at my Garmin. Let's see what my cadence was yesterday. I ran with running brunch. It was my Tuesday run through Bucket. Well, they're going pretty fast. I say fast. It may not be fast to y'all. It fast to me because I think I did sub 10 the whole time. And I rarely do that. Like that's normally like my racing, like 5K race speed. So my cadence was averaging 160. So I was on a slower end of it. My fastest cadence, SPM, was 177. So that 177 actually is pretty good. Honestly, I want to see when my cadence picked up because whatever that part of the run was, that's probably why I probably felt the best. Cause I know when I first started to run, I definitely felt the pressure like in like not my shins. I don't really get shin splints like that, but definitely in my calves early on in that run. So pretty much throughout, especially at the beginning of the run, I had definitely had a lot more slower cadences. And then near the end, when I was actually speeding up, that's when it was a little bit faster. So I have longer legs anyways. That also plays a part. And probably like my run style, I try to hit the balls on my feet right behind like the toes. Yeah. So it is something to just look at. And that was just, like I said, that was just Tuesday. So MB, how do you improve your cadence? You can use a metronome app or a running cadence playlist. I think Spotify has one. I'm not a Spotify person, so I can't verify that. I'm pretty sure Apple probably has something similar, or but focus on like light, quick feet. Imagine you run on hot coals trying to wake someone up in the middle of the night, like while they're sleeping, like in the room below you. So remember, cadence isn't just for speed work. It's also for your easier runs. A higher cadence helps protect your joints. It's about efficiency. It's not about just going faster. Personally, I really do lock in when it comes to cadence on hills, because hills take like I exert a lot of energy going up hills. I have asthma. My heart, my lungs, they start beating faster. I start taking it. I have to increase oxygen, my oxygen intake. One thing that helps me get up hills, like I'm a big music person. I listen to music. Most time I listen to more faster paced music. But that just helps me lock in. Cause I can always like I was in marching band, like I can take self cut time, half time, all that. So it could be a faster song, but I might have a slower cadence, for example. So I just remember one foot in the other. How do I get up this hill? Gotta keep moving your feet. Go like follow the tempo of the music. One foot in front of the other. Next thing you know, you're at the top of the hill and going downhill. Honestly, I got to a place where I kind of go up faster. I'm trying to slow down going up hills, but that'd be hard for me because again, that cadence, I just forget like all my surroundings. Like I'm literally just hyper focused. I'm just thinking about that cadence. Doesn't matter that if I kept that throughout the whole entirety of the run. I'm probably gonna have like that 166. I can probably keep it like 166, 170, like 170, something closer to 180 the whole time. But I'm just locked in, hyper focused, and just following the rhythm. Like I know for me, following like the rhythm, you can do a rhythm anywhere. Like music is everywhere. The sounds is everywhere. You just gotta feel it. Try counting your steps for like 30 seconds of your next run. Then you double it. Like that's your baseline. Like I said, let me know in the comments. Like check your watch. Look at your last run. What was your cadence? Let me know what your cadence average was. Alright. And I actually need to hop on the road. I'm going to my parents' house today for Christmas Eve, and then we're going to my sister's house for Christmas Day on tomorrow. So I don't know. I may or may not be here tomorrow. Depends on how busy I am and if my nieces give me some free time so I can actually record. But join me tomorrow. We're talking about fueling and hydration. That's one of my favorite things to talk about because that's something I had to do. I had to learn, especially for my first half marathon. Honestly, like my first 10 miler, I had to learn everything on the fly. I'm still learning it, but I'm definitely in a better place where I was now compared to where I was when I started. But yeah, hope y'all get some out of this. See y'all. See y'all again soon. I promise. Deuces.